Hi, everybody. This is Sohail Khan, known as the Joint Venture Expert, and I'm really excited today because today we're going to talk about how to make six figures a year bartering deals. Now, I myself have done many joint venture deals. I've done quite a few seven-figure deals and six-figure deals. As you know, I'm quite famous for doing a $1.5 million joint venture deal in 30 days. I've got a couple of students. One of my students actually did a $3 million joint venture deal within the space of 12 months. And the exciting thing is, I always come across some awesome people on my boot camps, my joint venture boot camps that I hold in Las Vegas a couple of times a year. And one of those gentlemen was a guy called Eric Briggs. Now, Eric came into my program to basically take his game to the next level. And what Eric is a bartering specialist. And Eric attended one of my boot camps, and I was really fascinated by what he was doing in the bartering space. Now, I've done a couple of bartering deals myself, but not to the extent that Eric has. Eric's lifestyle is based on bartering, basically leveraging the power of bartering and doing bartering deals. So whenever Eric started showing me how he was making money bartering deals, literally making six figures a year, like clockwork, with a great lifestyle as well as a bartering specialist. I really thought that, you know what, I really need to bring him on and basically get you guys to listen to some of the amazing things that Eric's doing in the bartering space as a bartering specialist. So I'm just going to bring Eric on right now. Hi, Eric.
Hey there, Sohail.
Hey, man. First of all, thank you very much for coming on to this call and this interview to talk about how to make six figures a year bartering deals. So give us a bit of background in terms of how did you actually get into bartering deals as a bartering specialist?
Well, it's kind of funny. I actually have always been that guy. Even when I was a kid, I was always making deals with people, trading things that I wanted for what they had, or trying to find out what they wanted for what uh, what I wanted. And so I started out. I didn't know that I was bartering, but I remember in school, getting my trading steely marbles for cat's eye marbles, and trading up. And it's funny how it works. It kind of set me up to think about things differently, to think about things just aside from using cash dollars to acquire things.
Cool.
So from a very early age, I was always able to negotiate things like that.
Excellent. And like I said, negotiation is basically one of the skills that we all have, as bartering and as a bartering specialist. I guess negotiation is even a bigger skill that you acquire as a bartering specialist. So tell us a bit about some of the bartering deals you've done, and especially some of the really cool deals that you've done as a bartering specialist.
Well, I think something that was cool. It was really my first deal that actually was a four-figure barter deal. My first real barter deal. I actually had a friend of mine who supplied. He's a wholesaler. He supplies to hotels and restaurants. A lot of paper products, mops, brooms, you name it. He has it. And I was talking to him one day, and I said, I'm just wondering, do you have anything that you kind of have stuck in your warehouse that you haven't been able to get rid of? And he goes, actually, I have stuff that hasn't moved. I've had it for a while. Let me check. And so he came back to me and said, actually, I have these Swiffers. That if you know anything about Swiffers, they're those little dry mop things that like
Yes.
cloth. Yeah, and you just move them around your house, you go on your floors, and you pick up all the lint and all the hair or whatever. And he said, I actually have 90 cases of that stuff. He said, I have 810 boxes. Now, I've always been like a walking calculator, doing numbers in my head. So I said, what would you want for those? He goes, they're just taking up space. He said, I guess you could, give me $2 a piece for them, and I'd be fine. Well, one thing that I knew about this friend is that he loves to eat out, and so do I. Matter of fact, we eat together a lot. So I said, tell you what, if I can get you $2 a box in food and offset, just pay for your food, give you $1,620, like 810 boxes. So $2 each would have been like $1,620, just over $1,600. I said, how about I pay you that or a little bit more in food, in gift certificates and things like that? Will you take it? He goes, sure, I'd love to eat. So I had just joined a bartering group, an exchange, an actual group of businesses that trades. And so I called this group and I said, I have these Swiffers. I looked online and the Swiffers were retailing somewhere around $10, maybe a little bit more, a box. And on the phone, we negotiated $7 a unit. And they instantly deposited $5,670 in my trade account. And I was able to, over the next 2 years, feed him.
Wow.
With gift certificate. It cost me little or nothing. So basically, I actually sold them. It had them pre-sold, and before I physically took them off of them. It was amazing. So I was hooked, knowing that I could move something, control something, basically kind of option it, and then move it, and be paid for it prior to anything. It just blew my mind that it actually worked like that.
Yeah, and that's what really excited me about what you were doing when I saw you in Vegas. And you're whipping out these assets like these brand new iPads, these vehicles. And I'm like, where did you get that from? And you're like, it was a barter deal. And the thing is, I got it through a barter, and I already have a seller. I'm already cashing in on it. So and then you talked about at one point, these stakes that you had access to and the inventory that basically. And I think the great thing is, we're going through a pandemic right now, and bartering
Right.
on the rise, and bartering has literally exploded. And I think there's a real hot opportunity right now to learn how to become a bartering specialist. So take us through some of the bigger deals that you've been doing recently.
Well, this year, through Barter, I've launched a gourmet meat company with two friends, selling dry aged steaks and pork loin and gourmet bacon slabs.
Wow.
In multiple states. Now, this is a business that was pulled out of the ground, and everything was pre-bought before anything was dry aged or smoked. But even before the meat was purchased, I had orders.
Crazy.
So, if you think about it that way, that's literally like pulling a business out of the ground.
Yes.
And you get market validation before you make this big investment in something. You're basically having the market tell you that it's valuable before you risk your capital. And so any investment you make, you're basically being rewarded for it, after you've been, after you made the deal. So I can't stress that enough. Right now, everybody's kind of sitting on their cash. They're kind of huddled in their house, and they're worried, and they don't necessarily know what to do. Well, I can tell you that a lot of times when I talk to people, I ask them what they know, who they know, what assets they have. And it's interesting that a lot of times people don't think of things that they have as actually being assets. It's just stuff that they own.
Yeah.
But in the hands of a person like me, that stuff is gold.
Yeah, and like you've told me, some of these deals, especially the recent ones, were basically just one deal was close to six figures. So it's amazing how you can basically do one deal and make four figures or five figures, and then you have one deal that makes you six figures. So I think it's pretty cool. And also, I've heard in the grapevine that you're working now in also doing some deals in the CBD space, which is quite cool. So bartering a couple of deals there. So tell me a bit about sort of some of the deals that you're doing in that space also. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Huh.
Yes, Eric, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep, I didn't hear anything for a second.
That's
For a
okay.
moment.
That's okay. Yeah, the magic of technology. But I was just saying, tell me a bit about some of the other big deals that you're working on currently right now.
Okay, well, right now, it's kind of cool. I have a recent friend in one of the groups I belong to, is a watch trading group, and he has a very high end. Well, actually, this watch is a $35,000 watch. Now, the problem is that he has this asset, and he wants to liberate the cash from it to put into his Porsche 993.
Wow, cool.
So he's like, yeah, so he wants to sell the watch, but he doesn't want. He's been getting offers on it. The thing's very valuable, but he doesn't want to hold out for a retail client, which he could get because it's a nice timepiece. It's just
Yeah.
he'd have to sit on it for a little longer. He wants his money out of it as soon as possible. So what I was telling him, I said, listen, you need to think of this as an asset you own, but you're basically just trying to walk the value of one asset into another asset, right?
Yes.
I say I'm just trying to get people to think about that when we talk about barters. That's really what it is, because there's another friend that says that he's his own portfolio manager of his own assets, and people need to think of their goods, the things that they own, in that way, and attach value to them, see them for what they are. They do have value to someone, maybe not to them, but in someone's hands, that thing is valuable that you own. So it kind of opens things up. So he needs this stuff for a supercharger for his Porsche, and some custom body work. And we talked about it. If I can get him that's accomplished, most likely that timepiece will be in my hands.
Oh, of
and in
course.
my hands, you see what I mean?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
arbitrage. He'd be very happy. He'll get everything he needs, and I'll get what I need and want. Right. But really, what it is I'm taking orders. You're really in a position of being an order taker if you do barter in the correct way.
Yes.
Most people in the past will think about barter as a direct trade. Sohail, I like those. I need a pair of shoes from you. Can I give you this goat I own?
Yes.
Or
That's how
and
people
that's
think.
hard to.
Yes.
Right. It's hard to do, though, because if you don't need what I currently have, then it doesn't work. But if I ask you what you need, and I tell you I can access the world at large to find it for you, and trade you that thing that you need for what I need from you, we can make a deal.
Yes. So most of the deals that
So
you do, are asset-based deals. So I've seen you do deals on inventory. I've seen you do deals on vehicles. We're looking at you doing deals
Yes.
on luxury items, and the list goes on. So give me the people listening right now. Do you have any tips for them in terms of how to get started as a bartering specialist?
Absolutely. First of all, the first best thing that you can do is take inventory of what you have control over. And I don't mean just the things that you currently own that you have in your home or your apartment. I'm saying take inventory, mental inventory of people that you know and the things that they control or operate. A person may live in an apartment, but be related to somebody who runs a company, who runs a division of a company, who has a sports car that's sitting there, or what they might think is an old beat up this or that. But if they can help that person get what they need for that thing that's sitting there doing them no good, they can make a barter deal, and it could be a very lucrative barter deal for them. Many times I tell people that what they think they want is cash, but what they really want is to take the cash they get and put it into that thing that they want.
Yeah.
So just get the thing instead. Let's do direct line and get you the thing that you want. Now, if they say yes to that, and I'm able to get that thing for less than they may get it through my network, which is very, very likely, then they're happy. It's a win for them, and it's a win for me, because I still make a nice profit as well.
Yes.
Everybody wins.
So if someone wanted to make 6 figures a year bartering deals, what sort of advice would you give them?
I would say get good at talking to people and asking them what they're currently needing to buy. What are you looking to buy in the next few months or next year? What are some of the large purchases that you're going to make? Are you going to travel? Are you going to do you need some medical, dental, vision care. You know, a lot of things. Do you need plastic surgery? Is somebody in the household getting plastic surgery, some kind of surgery? All of those things are available through barter networks. If a person is wanting to launch a business, what kind of things are they going to need for their business? Because almost all of those things are available to me through my networks.
So most of your bartering deals, do they come from the barter networks that you're associated with, or do they come from your own network? I mean, how much of the deals that you do come from the barter? Because from what I understand, the barter network is like an exchange, right? So if you find something
right.
and you pick up a deal, you can always sell that deal to someone else, right? As a barter or as a barter exchange.
Exactly.
And then you're sitting on an asset that's actually worth something, or actually worth much more than what you got it for. Correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so he'll basically, because of the way that I do things and the level I've gotten to with it, I do as much business outside any exchange, just on my own, through my own Rolodex, other people's Rolodexes, as I would through any group or exchange. The reason why exchanges are so good for a person who's newer is because while they get their feet wet, they have access to so many things. They can go into an exchange group and they can look around and see, oh, these are the things that are available to me, and they can start putting things together mentally, kind of connecting the dots. It makes it easier for.
Yes, and that's good for starting. But don't worry, don't forget other people have access to those deals as well. So what you're doing, which is quite unique, is that yes, you do have access to the barter exchange or the barter network, where other people have access to the same deals. But then you're also creating and finding your own deals outside of the network to make more money. Correct.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is, like, for instance, with you, your level of expertise, you're a world expert in joint ventures.
Yes.
So when I think about you in our collaboration, you have ties to major corporations that are sitting on tens of millions of dollars of assets that they just sit on and just mothball.
Yes.
And those are 6, 7, 8-figure deals just sitting there that they might not even be considering. So it's really about your network.
It is.
Who do you have in your network? You don't have to be a substantially wealthy person or have any wealth at all to connect two people together and connect the dots and say, okay, and find out what people's needs are, to ask questions, just to be inquisitive. And basically what I tell people is I write things down. I ask people, how can I help them to make more money in their business? How can I enhance their revenue?
Yes.
And have them tell me what I can do to help them. People like it when people are interested in them and are interested in helping them to do more of what they do. And you even teach that. I've heard you say that.
Yes. And I think from what I've seen, I mean, we do a lot of deals, joint venture deals. We do a lot, and there's a lot out there. But from what I've seen with you, there looks like there's more deals in the bartering space. So this is quite interesting because every time I see and I speak to you, you're basically juggling deals on a regular basis. And I think I'm looking at this market. I'm looking at what's happening in the bartering space, and it is actually right now exploding. So there is a huge opportunity for people to really jump on this and like yourself, have a great lifestyle as a bartering specialist. So I think we're near the end of our call here. So have you got any closing points for anyone who's interested in becoming a bartering specialist? What do they need?
I think first and foremost is knowledge and education. A person can stumble around. I mean, I'm good at math. That helps, right? But the fact of the matter is that's not really the be all and end all. It's really getting the knowledge. If somebody can teach you, like you've taught me how to shortcut things,
yes,
and look at things from another standpoint, and get to the end without feeling I've got to go through all these different steps.
Yeah.
You can get me from A to T, and I can get from there to Z, right?
Yes.
So that's where a mentor comes in. Somebody like myself that actually can say, okay, here you are. This is what I would do. Let's take stock of what you've got access to. So I would basically do an assessment with that person and see what they have in their Rolodex, what they have under their control, in their periphery, and then help them to have a strategy to launch as a bartering specialist and to really start making money with it for their lifestyle.
Brilliant. And like you, I'm the same. I haven't got where I've got today from without having mentors. My mentors have taught me how to basically shortcut the gap from A to Z and become super successful. Okay, look, Eric, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much today for your time and telling us more about how to make 6 figures a year bartering deals. And I look forward to speaking to you again. And Eric, once again for your time, I appreciate it and I thank you. Thanks, Eric.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, Sohail. Thank you so much.
Right, there you go. So if what you've heard today is something that really excites you and you see yourself in the position of becoming a certified bartering specialist, the next step for you right now is there's a link below this video. Just click that link and that will take you to more details about the Certified Bartering Specialist program with Eric. And you'll be able to have a conversation with Eric if you have any more questions. Otherwise, click the link below and that will take you straight through to find out more details about the Certified Bartering Specialist program. And I'll just tell you what it covers, give you an insight in terms of what the actual program covers. It'll give you, first of all, it'll give you an introduction to bartering, everything you need to know about how bartering actually works. You'll also get your, Eric will also get you set up with your first trading account so you can start bartering. Then Eric will take you through his Bartering Trading 101, an in-depth look at how bartering actually works and how to become a six-figure bartering specialist. Eric will also go through his step-by-step system to how to get high-level bartering asset deals, how to go out and actually find bartering partners, and then also he'll also be covering advanced strategies on taking your game to the next level using bartering strategies. So guys, if you're interested in becoming a certified bartering specialist and working with Eric, the link is below this video. Click on the link for more details, and Eric will look forward to welcoming you and answering any questions. So guys, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. This is Sohail Khan, known as the Joint Venture Expert, and I will speak to you very soon. And don't forget, click the link below now if you want more details on the Certified Bartering Specialist program. Thank you.